had a contract packaging business. I was packaging big accounts, and I had big customers and warehouse and staff and all, and wearing leisure clothes and driving a BMW, and changed my lifestyle. I came to Virginia and started driving a truck and wearing the cowboy hat again, and I was triggered. My brother got killed. He was 18, and I had a lot of losses, and I just walked away from the business. And my boys were young, and I was a single dad, so I had to do something. So I built a ring in the front yard and trained horses out there while I was raising the boys, and then I starved them to death, man. So so I started shoeing them. It's hard on you. It's hard on your back. It's hard on every joint, fingers and elbows and knees. But yeah, you can only do it so long. You got about 20 years. You got sort of a short career. So you have to do something else, usually. But I was young enough, I still needed something else. And so this was always my backup. I started making little furniture pieces and things on the side, making things out of scrap. Just anything that would get me in the fire, keep me in the fire, and improve my skills and stuff there. So I kept kind of honing this side, the blacksmith side. So I was doing this and shoeing horses full time for a little while. And then I got a stress fracture and had to lay off the shoeing. And so we built this shop then, and I went full time. I had to kind of discover I was an artist. I always knew I was weird. I didn't know why. But music told on me. People could tell when I wasn't playing music, and they were like, you need to probably go play some music. Well, if you got a 1, 2, 3, 4 beat, you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, sight to the blind. My baby loving cause the sun will shine. She's my sweet thing. She's my pride and joy. My sweet little babe. I'm her little lover boy. And there was other areas in my life that I was expressive to, in furniture and things like that, things that I would build and make. I don't know. The metal is kind of a cool medium, and it's really permanent. It's brutal, but it's just got sort of a look to it. It's rugged and it's tough, and you can finesse it. Our design process is slow, and we just kind of sometimes have to live with it. To get it done, we watch it, over a period of time. And it'll change when it goes from the paper to the table. And when it goes from the table to the forge, it'll change again. And when the metal starts coming into it, and it'll sometimes change again. We just watch it. We use the Fibonacci scale, a whole lot to make sure that we're staying, in a comfortable, it's pleasing to the eye. It's a process. It takes days. I mean, sometimes you have to sleep on it, Sometimes it just pops right out there, and sometimes it's a real effort to figure it out. With the art, with the metal, we like to get as crazy as they'll let us. If they'll let us get really whimsical or really gothic or really hard some one direction or another, that's kind of really cool. And if they'll sort of throw the doors open and let us run with it, then you know, if they're that kind of customer, then we can kind of get abstract with it. We can kind of get out there. We love nature, you know, anything that's got leaves and tendrils and, you know, that kind of thing on it. And it's a little free form kind of, that's kind of my favorite thing. I like leaving a lot of texture too, you know, with the hammer marks and stuff. It's really cool to kind of show how it was made, you know, and kind of leave the hammer marks in. Most of our stuff is done like that. You know, it's kind of a rustic sort of style. So they became blacksmiths and musicians, and that was my contribution. I'm glad he's doing it. And it really makes me feel good because I feel like, you know, I'm going to leave this to somebody, you know, who will take it on. So, yeah, and we work good together. He tolerates me, I tolerate him, you know, and we get along good. It's good to have two heads. You know, when you're looking at something, you know how it is. Art, you can change one little tiny thing and it makes it something different, you know. So it's always nice. But yeah, I'm thrilled to death. I'm so glad to have Mason here. There were artistic people in my family too. There were musicians and artists, and but my granddad was a farmer, both sides. My great granddad on my mom's side was a blacksmith and a veterinarian, one of those guys. And so I guess it comes honest, you know. Probably my favorite project lately was the lights that we did with the pine cones. We had a little bit of a lull in our work, and we decided to just come up with something. And so we made that product up and kind of designed it. I'm at the point now where I just kind of do what I want to do. And we pick and choose the commissions, and we take some things and don't take some things, and that's nice, you know, because it's always nice when it's a choice. And I don't ever want to retire. This is about as close to retirement as I ever want to get. So I'm happy, and I could do this, you know, until I, you know, can't anymore, and I can sustain this lifestyle. I do enough of it to stay busy and to contribute something and to feel like I'm doing something for my, you know, justifying my home and my place here. But I don't have to do it to death, you know. That's nice. Yeah, it's a gift, and we try to give it to God. You know, it's not all us. You know, we give our hands and we give our effort to this passion, but God takes us into another level. It's good, honest work. It's something that we can leave on this earth when we're gone, and we love it. You know, it's cool stuff. We like it.
Thank you. It was down in El Paso. No, it was Largo, but I know it was somewhere half out of my mind. Down in St. Pete, they stole all my tools. That broke my heart, so I left it behind. Cubans, I really like them. They love their families, but they cut your throat. My good friend Alberto, an old kingpin also, just out of prison, fresh off the boat. We made mucho dinero, so they say, down in the South Tampa, right on the bay. Old Gasparillo wasn't nothing but play. My sweet little Largo's halfway. Back and forth from the border so many times. Southern Virginia still on my mind. Those who would say I never would stay. My sweet old Largo's halfway. We made mucho dinero, so they say, down South Tampa, right on the bay. Old Gasparillo wasn't nothing but play. My sweet old Largo's halfway.